Good morning. Thanks for being here today on a beautiful June morning. I thought we'd start with a little bit of a history lesson. In 1918, just a few blocks from here, a group of African American students wanted to participate in Central High School's annual choir concert. Leading up to the concert, school officials told the students that their parents would have to sit in a special section. Those students peacefully demonstrated. They refused to sing or participate. Eventually, school officials did the right thing and allowed the parents to sit where they would like. Let's make it clear. E hasn't always been for everyone, and it's not always today, but we're striving for it. And sadly, vestiges from the past still exist today. Through the years, our community has fought for social justice and equality. And just like those students over 100 years ago, that fight continues in Evansville. I'm personally grateful for the peaceful manner in which demonstrations have been carried out throughout our city so far. It speaks volumes about the heart of our city. It's my hope that that tone continues. As you can see behind you, our city is taking precautions for another rally this weekend. These precautions are not cause for panic, but to be abundantly cautious in making preparations for those that choose not to follow our pleas for peaceful protesting. Last Saturday's rally at the Four Freedoms Monument, one in which I participated, was symbolic of how Evansville can come together to fight injustices. I tell people all the time that I have the best job in the world, and that holds true today. Why? Because I have the privilege of working with community leaders, law enforcement, elected officials, business owners, and citizens on a regular basis. I choose to work with these people to find solutions to problems our city faces. Let's be clear. The problems of our past must not be the problems of our future. And our local government is united and unified in that message, and that's why I'm so glad today to be here with City Council President Alex Burton, who's going to speak also. Alex?
Thank you, Mayor. In 1967, just 53 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King wrote his last book. The book was entitled, Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community? Here we are just a half a century later in a period of time that has brought a lot of confusion, uncertainty, and civil unrest that many in my generation have not witnessed in their lifetime. It is evident that systemic change is needed, whether it is COVID testing in our most vulnerable neighborhoods, protecting our residents who rent, revitalizing black neighborhoods, solving murders, or continuing to improve police and community relations. There is plenty of work that must be done. And much like many of you, I'm frustrated. For far too long, cries for help, aid, and change have been overlooked, undervalued, and pushed to the back burner. But in this moment, let us continue to lift our voice and push for meaningful progress that is long overdue. Our fight must be focused on the deconstruction of current systems, structures, and norms that too often negatively impact the black community. Our fight must not include the destruction of physical structures or properties. I repeat, our fight must not include the destruction of physical structures or properties. Yes, Black Lives Matter, and as your City Council President, feel confident in knowing that this City Council is working on your behalf so that every resident truly believes that this city is for them. And if we do what we're supposed to in this exact moment, black people may one day share in posting the hashtag All Lives Matter. To the allies that do not share my black skin, this moment is not about you. In this moment, I urge you to use your privilege to amplify the Black voice. This means aiding in our fight against systems and not starting riots. As our nation experiences too much divisiveness, let the city of Evansville set the example across the state of Indiana and across our nation. Yes, our community has had its fair share of bad incidents with law enforcement, but this moment must be fruitful without distraction. The right people are in position to ensure change happens, and that needs to be our focus. While other cities are experiencing some level of chaos, let us choose to build community. We are in a good space to be fruitful, and we must not allow anything or anyone to get in our way. In times like these, we must shine our lights and be the beacon of hope that our sons, daughters, nieces, and nephews will soon be proud of. This is not the time to riot. This is the time to be about action through meaningful policy. Evansville, we're in this together. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Thank you.